MCO is where we started doing all these things. Oops. Are you all seeing the right screen? You can see the Zoom 101 screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because the color suddenly disappeared. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go through one by one. So the first few things that I'm going to teach is to let you all know is some things that we will cover. So today we'll try to cover a little bit on Zoom interface, just the basics, and then on the phone and also on the computer. And I also want to touch online etiquettes for meeting. So basically, online etiquette for meeting, you can do it across the board, not just Zoom. It's also very important for the rest, and you need to know also a little bit on that one. Okay. Okay. Actually, I wanted to do something. Hang on. Okay, I want to demonstrate something about something, so I get my wife to help. Christine, do you have Jessie's number?
No.
No, okay, never mind. I'll send to her. Sorry, I just delay a little bit. Yeah, okay, my screen is very messy. All right, hang on, just hang on a second. Oh no, you log in yourself. All right, sorry, I get my wife to log in also. So if you see, I think her name will be Jessie lah. So just admit her in lah. Okay, so these are things. So I decided to share the online etiquettes first, is because I realized, yeah. Okay, so this is live demo of what happens when you are not muted when you start. So these are all the things I want to share. All right, so as we go along, we were going to do all this practically, okay? So yeah, don't need to touch everybody's screen. Let them do it online. Right, so I just want to let you all know there are two types of login methods. I'm going to share all these first before we even go practical, because as we go along, then it's easier for you to understand what is what lah. Right? So there's a shared common links, which is what I think most of you log in through the shared common links. So you can, if possible, log in through the link lah. Just click the link and then go in. Of course, the other way to do it is by giving the meeting ID and password. Actually, if you're already in the meeting, you also can find out your own meeting ID and password. Actually, it's on the upper, if you're on the computer, it's on the upper left-hand corner. There's a small button. I didn't put that logo in this sharing, but if you want, you can actually find it lah. So it's there. As a host, probably you need to know that. Okay. Then there is this thing called registration via Zoom. I don't have the access to this one, but I've done a few times where I'm the participant. So they give me a Zoom registration. So the Zoom registration, I think if I'm not wrong, you use a Zoom thing and then you have to invite people and things like that. So people will actually key in what we call a landing page. They'll key in a few information that you yourself choose. Because I noticed that when I join different this registration via Zoom, they have a different form. Right, so these are the few things that you can actually do. But this is where just now Helen was sharing that you have a problem lah. Where the email is actually specifically for one person. So what happened was I joined one meeting with my own email link, and my partner also asked me for the link. I gave him that copy and paste that link. When he joined in, my name was kicked out. I was kicked out and then he joined. Then when I joined, he got kicked out. So that's what's happening. So if this session you give a registration link, you better remind them that don't share the link. Otherwise, you kick each other out. So the other way is by giving them this first option, where it's a shared common link. All right. Okay. So one of the first thing that you need to know is to mute when you first log in. Right. So why mute? Exactly what happened just now. Okay, I don't want to mention names, right? So it's very common. When you use a headpiece like this at your phone, you tend to forget. and they normally will do like this, they will take out their earphone, they'll take out, okay, but they're still talking. Tada, you pergi sana, ya pusing itu petrol station ya betul, pusing and they're talking like that all the way, while the rest of us are still tuned in and they're listening, and one guy will be talking like that, mai你去嗰度先行嘛，啱，they will be talking like that, while the rest of us are trying to shout to the person and say, hey, Patrick, you're still on, but he cannot hear because he take out his earpiece, it happens. So one of the best things to do is when you log in, just mute yourself. That's the best thing. All right. And then the second thing is to rename yourself. So don't worry about how to do all these things. We're going to go through one by one. Okay. Now renaming yourself, just now Christine pointed out a very good thing. It's very good to, when different groups you join, right, rename yourself. Make it a practice to rename yourself accordingly. Like for example, if let's say I join my school group, I probably don't want to call myself Patrick because they don't know who is Patrick. Now I put Patrick, they'll be like, who is Patrick? That's the problem. So when you join in, just put rename. Like for this session, surprisingly, it got much bigger than we expected. So it's very good to actually put your name and then which church you come from. And when people see the participants list, they can easily find out, oh, these are the bunch of people that is inside this session right now. That's one of the things we can do. And then video on. Okay, so this is also very important. I will also tell you why. Now actually the next page I'll tell you why. So basically, try to video on. Okay, and I'll tell you why later. So another thing is participate in the engagement. This one thing that I really want to share to most of you all. Some presenter, they are already used to this Zoom thing, Zoom thing. So when they're used to it, they will actually engage in some of the participation or engagement kind of techniques that I'm using. Okay, one of the techniques which I didn't cover is actually just now when 5 minutes before starting, or you can do it 15 minutes before starting. When people start coming in, don't keep them waiting. It's good to just host and say, hey, how are you guys? Sister this and brother this, what are you doing? How is things? How's the children? Start to engage and get people involved. The reason why I say it like this, for seminars like this, right, it's actually can be quite boring to some people. I'll be talking for the next 1.5 hours and everybody will just quiet and you just listen, and you only have a chance to chat just a short while only. So it's good to, if there's time, just start something, just ask something about what can we do. Be a good host, so people get the chance to actually talk about this one. Okay, so online meeting, why is it so important to engage? This is the reason. So online meeting is like this. It is not the same like face-to-face. When you do face-to-face, 10 people or 30 people in the group, just by looking at your face, I know how you react. When I make a joke and I keep quiet for a while, so what happened? There is a chance for you all to respond. You will laugh, ha, 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 ha. But now if I make a joke, I only can see your face. I don't hear any response, and lucky for me, I'm using 2 screens on my side. I was teaching Christine to do the same thing. I can actually look at the participants, about 25 on my screen, and I have my notes on my side. So for me, it's a little bit better. But most of you will have only one computer. And when you do your share screen, your participants that you see is only a few people only. So it becomes very lonely. I feel like I'm talking to myself, actually nobody is responding anything right now. So that is the very, very sad thing for the speaker itself. Okay, the speaker himself or herself. So this is the one of the things that you all should realize. So here in Zoom, there's a few options that you can actually do, like reactions and stuff like that. So that is way better for the speaker. Okay, so it will be very helpful if the participants can actually do some engagement methods, and then you respond. All right, so we will do that as we go along, so no worries. Okay. Okay. Right, I go through the interface first. So this is the just a screen, how it looks like. I found out that because I am a developer myself, I can actually show you on the screen how it looks like. Okay, so this is my phone. All right, so this is where you see the first screen. The first screen is either the share screen, okay, like this, or you will see the person's face. So right now, because I'm sharing my screen, if you're on your phone, you will see the slides. Okay, if I don't put the slides, then you will see my face. But even with the slides, you will see my face right down here. The speakers, the one who is speaking, you will see their face here. Okay, this is how. But when you swipe right, when you swipe right like that, then you will actually see this thing called safe driving mode. Right? This one not so healthy if you don't know how to multitask when you drive. Okay, but every now and then we have people who have to go on a car. Then once they do, they just tap this button here to speak. And also while it's sitting in front, the phone is in front, they just press tap and then they talk. I say, yeah, I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then they press again and it will be silent again. So this is how they do for safe driving mode. And then if you start swiping left, you see just now back the first page, the sharing screen. And if you continue swiping left, then you'll start seeing all the participants' video. So in the phone, basically, to see everybody is a bit tough. You need to keep on swiping left and left and left and left, then you can see everybody, right? So this is for phone. For computer, if you're on your computer now, you realize that you in the share screen. Hang on, share screen. Did you? Yeah, basically on the share screen, you can actually see more participants on. Right above where you see the video, you can actually, there is a small button there, it's 9 dots on 9 square. If you click that one, right, you can actually see more of us on the screen. Okay, but of course then it will block my notes, so that is the difference. All right, so this is how you look like when it's in the phone. So depending on how many participants, you can keep on swiping and see everybody. Okay. Right. So computer, this also, sorry, it's also phone. So basically, just now I'm showing this one is when there is no sharing screen. But if there's a sharing screen, then it will look something like this. My picture will be a small picture here, and then the sharing screen will be like this. Okay, so this one very easy. And then this is what you look like in the computer. But share screen, I didn't put a screenshot for you guys. But basically, there's a small button there you can see lah. Right. So this roughly only. So let's go very straightforward. So one of the first things that you all need to do is to learn how to rename yourself. So this is where you all should do it lah. Okay. You'll do it. Rename yourself. So those of you all who know, of course, go ahead. If not, then I'll tell you. So for the computer, you just look for the participants button, which is down here, participants. Okay, you just click on that and you will come out this list. All right, sorry, this one, yeah, this participant list. And you look for your own name and you look for this more button here, and then you just press rename. So maybe what we can do is, for those of you who haven't done so, what you do is you rename yourself, put your name there, and then maybe a comma or a slash, and maybe your church. Then we know that you know how to do it. For those of you who came in by default, your name, right? Maybe if you never know how to rename yourself, make it a good practice. Like now, you just for fun, you just try and rename yourself also lah. And also at least you know. Because if you join a different group, say you join your own church, you don't have to put your own church name there. I'm joining my own Bible study. Just put your name there will do. But when you join other churches, then of course you want to put your church name there as well. For AG council, I heard there's some ESCO member here. So sometimes it's also good to put your role, especially if you join like multi region kind of thing. Yeah. So maybe you guys want to try. For phone, phone is a bit tricky. So phone, you always have to click on the screen itself. Okay, and down here there is participants. So you click on participants, right? And then that's where you can see your own name. And there's a small arrow here. You click that, and it will come out rename. Then you can rename yourself. Okay, so a lot haven't renamed, And Lim, you haven't renamed yourself. Yeah, this is a practical session, so everybody has to do it. Otherwise, we won't move on. Okay. And Lim, Beatrix, you are still Beatrix iPhone, so change it. Yeah. So and Lim, you got it ready. Don't worry about Amy Soo. That's my daughter's account. I'm putting another reference, so it's easy for me to refer. This is where I asked Christine and Pastor Janice to help me to spot if there's anybody missing all these things. So like there's a B2. Oh, okay. B2 is who actually? Yeah. So it's not so good to write like short names. It's better to put your proper name. Of course, don't have to put your full
just
name.
now I put my full name, so I'm testing out. So now I
I
change my
see,
name to
Okay,
Rita.
okay. All right. Yeah, change back to something that we can understand. Okay, so like Cedric, you put Cedric Tan for on from the UMC. No need lah. And also sometimes people put bracket and things like that. That's good enough already. But of course, it doesn't matter. Just for the sake of testing, then you know what you're doing. Dora, you haven't renamed yourself yet. All right. FCC. Let's go through GTA here. Pastor Chick. And Ruth
Just put
Tan.
the church.
Again?
You can put the church initial or just.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anything. Because the different group will require different way of you telling them. Like if you join a very, very big group, sometimes they don't know what your initials mean. But for today, we are just playing around with the features. So of course, it's not a problem. You can put anything. I don't really need to know. But when like business one, we got no choice. So we have to put specific. And sometimes the name is a bit short. We cannot put the full one. So we know how to do short form and things like that. But Beatrix, are you there?
See. We cannot write if we put too long.
No, you cannot even put too long. There is a limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beatrix, have you tried? Because on the iPhone, it should be similar with what I show you on the screen. You want to try? So you look for you just click on the screen anywhere on your screen, and you will come up with these buttons at the bottom. You click on participants, and then look for your own name, and then you click on this small little arrow here, and there's a rename function. Right? Who else haven't gone through this one? Yeah, I think the most of you are done already. Dora, are you there, Dora? Yeah, Dora, have you tried? Have you tried to rename? So you are still muted, but we'll learn about mute later. Yeah. You try to rename yourself? Dora, you know where to rename?
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
I rename already.
Yeah. Dora. Yeah. Dora, try to rename yourself. So Beatrix, just now we were talking about putting your name and then slash which church you came from. So you just rename like that.
So must slash now lah. I slash.
I can. Dora, okay. You try also, Dora. So for this session, it will be like this It's practical. We want people to go through. It's for those who really don't know how to use Helen, you haven't renamed yet?
Slash.
Your church.
Helen.
Julie.
Okay, done.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Me, your ABC.
Me, your ABC. Just now was Helen. Helen, are you there? Okay, I don't see Helen. All right. Okay, done, Helen. Well done. Julie Lim. Oh, Julie don't have video. Okay, fine. But if you can hear me, yeah, rename yourself, Okay. All right. I'm not going to go through. I'm not going to wait too long for this. All right. If those who really still don't know how to do, you just write it down. And then maybe after when you got more time to go through again, then you just go through with me. Oh, by the way, don't be shy. This is a practical session. So if you really don't know how to do, just voice out. Okay. This is for the basic one first. We worry about the speaker and the engagement one later. All right. That one is not today. So for those of you who really want to know where to press the button, like Dora, I think she's still struggling. But yeah, just voice out, okay? Dora, you just try to click on the screen. Sorry, you're using computer, right, Dora? Yeah, if you're using computer, laptop, correct. So laptop, right, the interface is like this. Let me show you. The interface is like this, right? Okay. you just down here there's a participants one. You click on that participant button, and you should able to see something like this participant. Do you see that, Dora?
No.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Where is it?
Yeah, you have to click on participants down here, and then only you click on this participants list. Can you try? Okay, never mind. So as we go along, maybe we try more things later lah. Huh? So we move on to the next one. The next one is very important. The next one is actually muting. So mute is where I need to demonstrate. Before you guys touch mute first, let me just demonstrate what happened with if you are, especially if you are a couple and you are in the same room and you want to actually use Zoom on a separate gadget. Okay, so this is what happens. Okay, do you guys hear the sound? All right, so what happened? Okay. So what happened was my wife was just beside me just now and she's using another gadget, right? So the sound from this speaker was set to loud and is speaker, and the sound comes from this phone to my earpiece here, my microphone, and that sound goes back into here because she's receiving my voice, right? So it's delayed. It's delayed by like maybe half a second, that kind of thing. So that's where we get what we call in the sound system, sound industry, what we call feedback. My sound goes in here, and then the sound comes back to my side, and then goes back inside here again, and it goes round. So you get that very annoying screech or echo. Okay, you will get the echo. Now, we tried this the other day, and my wife is all the way until near my door there, you know, the door of my room. My room is quite big, and we still get the echo. So when you are actually two person in the same building, and you want to use a separate gadget, right? Is only possible if you go like the other room. Okay, and also sometimes we cannot avoid, like Christine is using. There's a potential that she's going to use two gadgets, one for the video and sharing, and one is for talking. So you have to mute completely on one side, including the speaker sound, everything you have to mute. Then only you can do, right? And this is why muting and unmuting is very important. All right, so this is where you're going to learn how to mute. So the first thing is to learn how to mute and unmute. So for computer, it's very easy. Computer, you just click on any part of this part of the screen, what you see on my slides, okay? And you should be able to see the small button here called unmute, okay? So you can actually mute or unmute it. So like Dora, now you are actually unmuted. Your microphone is open. So you should learn how to press this mute button. All right, so this one everybody must know how to do lah. Okay, those of you who don't know, better figure out now, because I suspect just now to make this meeting more easy to run, someone muted you already. But it's very important to know whether you're muted or not. So if you want, for this time only, allow yourself to just try and unmute and just ask, you know, can I hear you or something like that. Yeah, those of you here.
Hello.
Which one? Yeah, James Tan, yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Good.
Thank you.
Right, Pastor Chick is there.
Hear me?
Hello.
Bobby, want to introduce yourself? Yep, good.
Testing.
Alicia, can, Anne Lim, we heard you.
Frederick.
Yep, Eric, Carol, I think I heard you.
Testing.
Hi.
Yep, very good. So yeah,
Yes.
those of you who still don't know where to unmute or mute, either you give a call to Christine or someone else who knows how to do these things, and then they will highlight to me lah. All right. So it's this one from now onwards we will practice that lah. So everybody, if you are not talking, mute yourself lah. Okay. As with the exception of Dora, I think she's still struggling how to mute. Okay. So I think I'll mute her. Yep. Okay. All right. Tony Tan, you have not muted yourself. Pastor Janice, you're not muted. So when you forget to mute, right, what's going to happen is sometimes you, there was one case where there was a dog barking outside my house. It's very faint. It's just a soft sound only. What outside there I can hear, right? But I didn't realize the rest of the people in my room, in my Zoom room, they also can hear, you know. Then they keep on asking, whose dog is that? Whose dog is that? You know, can hear one, you know, actually. And some of the things for us is you can hear the Azan prayer also. Okay, the Azan prayer also can hear, right? So practice to mute yourself lah. And also practice to unmute yourself, because if you come into a Zoom meeting and you thought that the rest of us you know, can hear you, and imagine you're trying to ask question and you're asking, okay, so what happened? I was muted. Maybe the host accidentally mute me or something like that. They muted me, and then I'm talking. I thought you all can hear me. I asked my whole question already and nobody responded to me. So it's very important to learn how to unmute lah. Okay, so I only can see about 20 people on my screen. So for the co-host Christine and Pastor Janice, if you don't mind, you just screen through the few pages and see if anybody is still struggling how to unmute. Maybe you put your hand up like that. I cannot, you know, something like that. Okay, you try. Okay, so for the rest of you, yeah, mute yourself when you're not talking lah. Okay, James Tan, you haven't muted yourself yet, or I think you were trying just now.
Patrick
Okay,
Android.
good.
Patrick Android. Yeah.
Patrick Android is me, don't worry.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, Patrick Android and Amy Soo is me because I'm putting two other gadgets.
Chan Fui Chong.
Yeah. Hui Chong is trying, is it? Hui Chong, can you unmute yourself? Do you know where to unmute? Hui Chong, is she still trying? Hui Chong. I cannot see her picture or her name. Hui Chong. Right. Never mind. Because there's so many of you, we really didn't expect to be like 40 people kind of thing. Yeah, very hard to see. With my church, I only got like 20, so I can see everybody and I know who is doing what. Okay, so again, if you really don't know what is happening, I mean, if you don't know how to unmute or mute yourself, maybe later just write it down. Then at the end of this session, stick around, and then I will just spend as much time as you'll need lah. Okay, is that okay? Right. So now I don't expect any engagement yet. So after this, we'll expect some engagement. Now, the second thing that we want to learn how to do is to start doing engagement functions. So engagement is something that is very, very interesting. Like some of you I already saw, you know how to do clap hand and the thumbs up. So in Zoom, there's only two virtual engagement that you can do, right? So we'll go through these two. So there's this function called clap hand, okay, the one that I'm highlighting on the screen now, okay? And there's a thumbs up. So both of these for computer is very easy. There is a reaction there. There's a button reaction down there. In the share screen, yeah, it's also there. So you click on the reaction and you just put a thumbs up or clap hand lah. Okay. This one is something that I want to encourage participants to really do it lah. Like for example, if I ask now, okay, guys, if you understand what I'm saying about unmute and if you know how to unmute yourself or mute yourself, maybe you put a thumbs up so I know that you know what you're doing. Yeah. So everybody want a thumbs up? Yeah. Okay. So as a speaker, right, what I'm seeing on my screen is you're lighting up one by one. Pop, 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 pop. Everybody is like, oh, okay, good. Yeah, I see thumbs up. Yeah, thank you, Tony. Thank you, Pastor Janice. Yep. All right. Everybody know how to do already. Good. You know. Okay, then I can move on. You know. So this kind of engagement techniques is very helpful for the speaker. So when they do like this, and also as a listener, you become more attentive. You don't like, ouch. Okay, someone is unmuted.
Sorry.
That's Pastor Janice, co-host. Alamak. Okay. All right. Chan Fui Chong, do you know how to mute yourself?
Don't know.
Don't know, you're using computer or phone? Oops.
Handphone, Samsung.
Handphone, So for handphone, you just click on the screen. On the bottom left-hand corner, you will see a mute. Phone is something like this. So on the bottom left-hand corner here, you will see a mute button.
For myself, don't have.
Samsung should have. This is a mute button here. Let me show my phone.
Oh, yeah.
You know how to do the mute already?
Yes, he's muted.
Yeah, he muted himself lah.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. So that's how I can, yeah, this one is easier. So my side here, I off my audio because I don't want to feedback. But if not, if you don't see the button, you just click anywhere, touch anywhere on the screen, and it will come out these few buttons. That's where you need to do some of this engagement as well. So for the phone, clap hand is under, I never put that. Okay, here. Okay, for the phone, everything is there. It's very easy at the bottom right hand corner. So there's a more button here. So you just click the more. There's a picture here for clap hand and also thumbs up. So same thing. Yeah. Pastor Chick, are you trying only your raise hand or you really got a question? If you got a question, you unmute yourself and right. So this is one of the functions that I also want to. Yeah, that's good. So for raise hand, I want to just highlight to you all a little bit. Okay, raise hand. Let me see for the computer one. Okay, computer one is here. Okay, so let's go one by one. So first thing is clap hand and thumbs up. So as a speaker, every now and then just engage with your members and say, all right, if anybody like what I'm doing, you'll learn something new, you just put a thumbs up for me. Yeah, so I know. So just like exactly what happened just now. Sometimes, change it. All right, if you think that you learned something good from Christine, yeah, just let's just put a clap hand for her. So a virtual clap hand is this button that you see. Because when you clap hand like this and you're muted, actually you don't hear anything, right? And you don't see also, and especially your hand is at the bottom here, you clap hand, you can't see anything. So a virtual clap hand is interesting for the speaker. You'll see it pop up on your screen. Okay, so just now we were trying a raise hand. So for computer, you go for your participants list, you click on participants, and you see a participants list. And right at the bottom, there's this 3 dot there. You can see raise hand. Yeah, so for raise hand, maybe everybody raise your hand, then I know who knows how to do, who do not do. As a host, sorry, you don't have. So if Pastor Janice is trying to find where to raise, you can't. As a host, you cannot raise your hand. All right, yeah, so most of you got it. Let's see who else. Okay, while you're still tinkering about your raise hand, the funny thing about raise hand is for the speaker and the host, actually this raise hand is in sequence of who raised their hand first, So actually in my list here, the first person to raise the hand is Cecilia. So I can actually okay, if anybody got a question, let's go through one by one. You do raise your hand in the virtual raise hand, and then I can know that, oh, Cecilia, okay, Cecilia, what's the question? Since you raise your hand, what's the question? Then something
Where
like
to
that.
find the raise hand?
Yeah, who is talking actually?
Cedric Chan, where is the raise hand? Where is the icon?
Cedric,
Where is the raise hand?
Oh, okay. You are using phone or computer?
Computer, laptop.
Computer, so computer is on the.
Reaction.
You have to click on participants first.
Oh, participant.
Yes. Participants, and like what I
Oh,
showed you on
yeah,
the screen.
I saw it.
Yeah, correct.
Participant, raise hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So everybody raise hand. So for information, if you are the host, if you are managing the meeting, so what you're going to do is after they ask the question, say for example now Cecilia is the first one who raised her hand. So I ask Cecilia, okay, can you unmute yourself and ask the question? Of course, today is just playing around with the features, but once Cecilia asks the question, I can actually lower the hand for her. Right? So you can actually lower down your own hand also. It's the same place. The same place where you raise hand. By right now, it will change to lower your hand. So you can actually lower your own hand. Right? But typically, of course, you raise your hand, you just leave it there because you want the host to actually allow you to ask those questions. Okay? So these are the way you can do. Okay? All right. I think those of you who know how to raise, you know how to lower down already. That's good. All right. Okay, then this is a
Patrick, question from Eric. Remember just
okay.
now I asked you how to change the color of the reaction?
Yeah, that one I also changed my color, but I forgot where I changed it. Maybe after this I can just try a bit lah. It should be somewhere in the settings.
Yeah, it's in the settings.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try. Thanks.
All right, I didn't cover that one for today. Okay, right then engagement. All right, so the next thing is chatting. So chatting is also very good way to engage your members, but provided your members know how to chat. If they don't know how to chat, a bit difficult. Okay, so before I teach you how to do it, I just want to let you know. I think we go ahead lah. Okay, so for phone a bit tricky. Phone, you need to press on participant, which will bring you up with this screen, participants list. And from the participants list, you need to click on chat. Okay, I'm not sure whether the main screen got or not. Let me double check. Yeah. Oh, okay. The main screen also got. So you can actually click on more and you click on chat. Okay, then it will bring you to this screen. So this is where you can chat with everyone. So this is actually from my phone. Not my phone, actually it's my developer Android. Hi everyone. Okay, so that's where you will see. So if if you're not on the chat screen yet, yeah, maybe you should try and just go inside there and just type hi everyone or hi I'm Boo, Yeah, so at least we know you know how to do it. For phone, it's like this. For computer, it's slightly easier. Computer is right down here. Sorry, computer is right down here. Chat. Once you click chat, then it will appear this one. Okay. All right, good. Yep. Thanks, Elaine. I'm also honored to share. Okay, so this is where things get fun. If let's say your members know how to play around with the chat, so what I can do is like this. Okay, so everyone, if you're learning something good tonight, maybe you can just put awesome, in the chat group. Yeah, everybody, yeah, just type awesome. If you think that you learned something good, type awesome inside the group. Yeah, thank you, Erin. Yep, awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, a lot of awesome. Yeah, thank you, Cecilia. Thank you, Melin. Yep, that's good. All right, I believe that you all learned something new. So this is how the speaker can actually change how you engage with your members. I tried clap but not showing on my screen. Okay, on my screen, I don't know my screen. Yeah. All right, so these are the ways you can engage. Right, James Tan, you raised your hand. Was it to ask question or was it earlier? Okay, I see 3 raised hand. Is it because you want to ask question? If you want to ask question, maybe you unmute yourself. Otherwise, the co-host will just lower down your hand. James Tan, Tony Tan, and KWA. Right, that's why if it's KWA, we also don't know who. Is it Kwa, really Kwa from GTA, or is it KWA? So that's why if you put a proper name, it's easier to to call out your name as well. Yeah, it's also good for us to recognize who is who lah. Yeah, there's one story I want to just share. There was once upon a time, we also received some people log into our meeting, and we don't know who the person is, right? So, and also one thing, oh yeah, I haven't covered one thing is a video. Sorry, I missed out. So video, and they never open the video also. So it's actually very unsettling. We don't know who the person is, and we were asking, excuse me, who is Samsung Tab S2? Who is it? Can you show yourself on the screen, or at least message us who are you? And the person never respond. So after a while, right, as a host, we kick the person out because we don't know who is he. Maybe he's spying or don't know what funny thing he want to try to do lah. All right. So James Tan, do you have the answer? I mean the question, or Tony Tan and Kwa? If you don't have, then we will just lower down your hand. Faith, you have a question?
Yes, you said you encourage for us to engage with the speaker. I tried to clap my hand or put the thumbs up. I cannot. It doesn't show your screen.
My screen, I don't have my screen. Actually, I'm not showing you my screen.
Yeah, what I meant to so that that means then how do we participate the engagement by
actually when you put clap hand, right? Okay,
yes.
Let me try this. I'm not sure this will work or not. Let me try. Oh, cannot. Cannot. Because I'm trying to share my Zoom screen, and Zoom is very smart. It doesn't share my own Zoom screen. So how it will look like is something like this. Let me go to one screen. So like this, right? This screen, you will see small clap hand picture here one.
Yes, I know. I did, but it doesn't like pop up to you to show that you are good. Like I was trying out just now.
Okay. But that's all because it's Zoom a bit difficult. So you will only see that small icon, and that's all. So I know.
Oh.
So on my screen, it pop. So it's a little bit more encouraging for the speaker.
All right.
I will see,
thank
but
you.
because I see so many, so it's a bit difficult. All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Faith.
you.
Michael
Thank
Jalil, maybe you want to ask your question first.
So, Jenna, you're talking about the person getting kicked out. Okay, so when the person gets kicked out, somehow when he tries to log in again, he cannot log in because you kicked him out. So there's one participant I think that came in and then after got kicked out, so he couldn't come in at all.
Oh.
So how
Yeah,
do you
but because
actually
the one that we did I didn't try that lah, so we don't know lah. But the thing is because we asked already, we asked who are you and all those things, and there's no video, so it's unsettling for us. We don't know why he's coming into a close discussion. That's why we no choice but to kick him out. Lor. That's why it's better that you know all these engaging methods and you do some of these things, so it's better lah. So when you rename yourself, it's very important. When you know yeah, I wanted to share your, but I didn't put in my slides. All you should actually show your face in video. It is a lot better. Okay. For tonight's sharing, yeah, you maybe not prepared yourself in your how you comb your hair, everything, but I still encourage for especially for Bible study, even business meeting, we encourage people to show themselves for exactly the same reason, because we don't know who are you. You can put that, like I see Carol Lim from Calvary, but I don't see her face. She can be anybody, Pastor Janice put her face, so I know it's her, but there are some of you who haven't put. So those of you who haven't put, so preferably, okay, I'm not going to force you all, but preferably show your video lah. So here is the button for the computer, and the phone is also same place where all the button is. So it's here. And close the chat. So it's under here lah, start video. Okay. Do it for the sake of the speaker. So especially I think all of you are from church. When your pastor do a session, don't worry about your looks, or better yet, prepare yourself before you come for the meeting. Just dress decently, and then show your face. Literally, Carol Lim, your face is in front of me. I saw you smile, and that makes me happy. I saw Erin Ng also; she also smiled. Then you're like, I can see the shy face. That actually makes me feel warm. So the more of you are on video, the better it is. Actually, it's very, very engaging for the speaker. So I strongly encourage that. Of course, if you use a lot of phone, then a bit difficult to see everybody's face. Yeah. Okay, but in the computer, especially the one who's sharing, they will use computer. It's very, very how to say, encouraging for the people. Ruth Tan, but it's a guy's name there. It's a guy's face. You raise your hand. You want to ask a question? Yeah, from Abundance AG. Is that Ruth Tan?
Okay. Somebody they don't show their face, but they show the background only. What do you think?
Who is he talking
picture,
actually?
No. Can you hear me?
Oh, Ruth. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Background only. Also not encouraged. Yeah, not encouraged.
And then just a photo of the not real person. Is it okay or not?
For what I'm sharing, then it's not okay lor. We prefer we prefer to have them on video lah. But this one is more or less the host themselves lah, to actually tell the rules or tell your preference lah. So I wouldn't enforce it on everybody. Yes, there are some seminars that I went, I got 200 people, and pretty much 190 people are actually not showing their face. So it's up to you, but as a rule of thumb, I think it's encouraged lah. It's encouraged to actually show your face kind of thing. So that's better. Later we talk about video positioning. I'm not actually positioned at the optimal way because my thing is too near. But ideally we want to do, but we'll go through that later lah. Okay, does that answer your question, Ruth?
Yes. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, no problem. Wow, so many questions coming in because I haven't finished my thing yet. All right, now we get one more last question. Cedric, you want to ask a question? Maybe we let you ask one more. Cedric, you raise your hand.
I see that you are recording. Can we see this again in future? You are recording. Somebody is recording now.
Yeah, then the person the host is recording. Actually, from your participants list, you'll be able to see who is recording. You will see a small tiny red dot blinking one.
Yeah, so actually you will send to us the recorded one.
Pastor Janice is recording it. So later, probably either Pastor Janice or Christine, because she's the one holding this account. They should be able to retrieve the recording.
Send to everybody.
Normally we don't want to send.
Don't want to send.
Yeah. Okay. So
Because-
since you're talking about recording, one of the things that people are very, very afraid of, because there was some message that came out that says that some people actually caught the recording from this Zoom and then it was leaked out. Right. So my answer to that is actually Zoom and as well as other things like Microsoft Teams and all those things is the same. The security is there, but before MCO, the default setting was once you go online immediately, you are open. It's not a closed meeting. Like for today's one, right? There is a password actually. Christine passed to you all the link. There is an embedded password inside as well, if you all notice. Okay. If she just give you the meeting ID, you won't be able to come in. Okay, you won't have the password. So by default, last time it is without password. So what happened was people simply try the number. They simply type a meeting ID because every account will have a very specific meeting ID. They simply type a number and then they join the meeting already. There is no password. So somebody did that, and out of 200, participants, then somebody go and record something, maybe using their computer and things like that. They record it and then they leak that out to other people, and that's what happened. So it's not like their database was hacked into or what. No, it's not like that. So, but frankly speaking, everything we do also got risk. Just the fact that you guys on your computer already, you're at risk already. So we don't want to look at it as a negative, but we realize that we just have to practice good security on our own. So registration is a very good thing. Just I haven't done before, so I won't be able to share to you in detail. But maybe later I go and do some study. I should be able to share you what's the pro and con. Okay, so I hope that answers those few questions. All right, so can we move on? If you can move on, maybe put a thumbs up. Practice. Yep. Can we move on? If you can move on, yeah, good. Yeah, just a thumbs up. All right, thanks. Okay, we move on. Okay, so these are all the engagement functions that I put on. Let's see what else I have. So now we go to a few other things, which is what we call some additional things, right? This one, see if you want to do or not. Okay. For information, there's a few functions that you can actually use when you're sharing screen. Okay, this is interesting for Bible study. So for example, sometimes my screen now looks good to you, I believe. But if any of you face this problem where suddenly my screen is very small, okay, just a tiny little screen on it like that. So we faced one time before. I don't know why, but the screen is very small. You can actually use a zoom ratio. Okay, so if you're viewing my screen, right at the top there, you can see a view options. You click on the view options, and you will see this few function. This is for what you call that, laptop. For phone, I believe it's also similar because I tried this now. My screen got too many screens. Oops. Okay, for phone, yeah, here. So there's a zoom button here. You also can, oh, this is not the one. Okay. Yeah, phone, I don't think can actually. Yeah, phone.
Use hand, use hand.
Use hand, use hand can, okay,
Just
okay. Then you can,
minimize
yeah, you can pinch, For computer also, actually, there is a zoom ratio one. So you can actually put to 200% in the case of shrink kind of share screen. But of course, when you put 200%, sometimes it's so small that if it went on top or somewhere, it can go missing. So you need to, drag a little bit, then you can see the screen. So this one of the thing. Another fun thing that I never put the slides is annotate. You guys can actually draw on my screen. Okay, do you guys want to try?
Where is it?
Yeah. So also same thing. You go on the view options there. There should be a annotate. Yeah. So somebody draw on my screen. Yep. So the red color one is somebody draw one.
Annotate is drawing.
Yeah. So annotate. Once you click annotate, there's a few functions. You can either draw lines and things like that. Yeah. Phone. Phone. Yeah. My computer.
Sorry, I'm stuck
Yeah.
here. Can you repeat again? I can't go to the view option.
Computer, is it?
Yep, laptop, yep.
Okay, computer, you just click on the screen anywhere. You should be able to see a button on top there where it looks something like this. You know, my screen here now, everybody drawing on my screen, so cannot see. Okay, by the way, you cannot rub other people's, you cannot erase other people's drawing. You only can erase your own one, no? So if everybody draw like that, of course it'll be a mess. Okay, I can erase all of your drawing. Okay, let me erase for the sake of, just now who was it asking? Was it?
I'm Terence here.
Terence, yeah. Do you see the view options?
Okay, view, is it yours or mine? Okay, view option, yeah.
Yeah, there's a view options, then annotate. Yeah, so you click on annotate, there should be another things that come out that looks like draw, stamp, and all those things.
Okay.
So yeah, you can do that. Okay, let me clear everybody's drawings. Yeah.
Patrick, I can't.
Yeah. Who is it talking?
James here.
James, yeah. You are for phone or computer?
Computer.
Computer also. Do you see the view options?
I can't see the view option. You must move your cursor to the top. Must move your cursor to the top.
Okay, move your cursor to the top, you can see.
Move your cursor to the top and it can come out. Yeah, okay. Move your cursor around to the top. Then
there's a view options, annotate, yeah.
I see, okay.
You must move your so there's a draw, there's a stamp there.
Yep, okay. Got it, thanks. Must move.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks.
So sometimes you can even like, Pastor, then this part here, I don't understand, you can actually move things around. Like I saw Michael Jale is moving the arrow, so yeah. So this is how you can actually, your members can make use of this kind of thing to ask questions when it's, on the screen, kind of thing. Oh, you're having a lot of fun. Right. Yeah,
so
I saw your
how do
message.
I exit the thing?
Yeah, so you can erase. Yeah.
Cross.
Yeah, just press a cross, then you'll close. Okay, but erase is the other function where you can erase your own drawing. Once you finish your drawing, you can erase. Because sometimes as a speaker, they got only one screen and it's very troublesome for him or her. If they don't know about this drawing thing, it will be very tough for them to delete all these things for you. Okay, right. Everybody getting over excited already, drawing until the whole screen. Okay, I hope you guys figure out how to do this one. So I'll clear everybody's drawing. Oh, I still got. Okay, so that's how you can do. For the host and the speaker, I think you all can figure out this one. Then is how to say, you can increase engagement. All right, so somebody is not muted. Okay. Yep. All right. Cedric, you haven't muted yourself. Betty, you haven't muted yourself. So today you all do yourself. Jeremiah, so you got a question? You raise your hand. You want to unmute yourself and ask?
Just now you were talking about the annotate.
Yeah, okay.
My laptop shows, now it shows, and I realized it can write, but just now I couldn't.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but somehow it came back on.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Okay,
all right, so yeah, so when you already raise your hand, so you have to realize that your hand is raised. So me as a host, I can keep on seeing people raise their hand. So this is one of the ways to engage, do engagement. Just now I wanted to share something, but suddenly, okay, never mind. All right. Yep. Okay. So one of the ways, one of the engagement which I never covered, now I remember something I never covered in my thing, is that it's good to have a co-host. So if you have a co-host, I can actually ask, okay, if any of you all got any questions and I didn't cover, maybe you can just write your question in the chat group, so that the co-host will pick it up and he or she will voice out to me. So that's one of the ways you can do that. And one more thing I forgot about chat. Chat has two settings in the chat, which is okay. There is a send to everyone, and also there's a send to private person. Okay, yeah. So you can actually choose to do that. In the phone, you will see it under here, send to everyone, or you can specifically choose send to someone. Okay, so there are a few of you all already know, like B2, send me a private message and say, I need to off video. That's very good, right? So you know what to do with me. Master Roof. Okay, that was so you see, I'm getting private messages. So maybe if you all want, you can private message me now, so I know that you know what you're doing. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Michael Jalil. Yeah, who was drawing on my screen just now? I need to. Yeah. Someone put the clap hand in the message. That one I'm not so sure. I think phone only can do. On the computer, I haven't figured out yet. Yep. So many of you already private message me. Now, once you private message me, right? When I private message you back, by default, your message is already private message. Oh, by the way, Swen Chi, from Gospel Assembly, you didn't do a private message. You do a meeting for everyone. So everyone saw that message. It wasn't to me. Okay. Elaine, I will cover that question later. Okay, just remind me. Basically, it's almost the same, I would say. Google Meet, if I'm not wrong, I haven't done before. But the Microsoft one I've done before. It's almost the same. Just maybe the engagement function not the same only. Okay, clear all my drawings. Yeah, testing and limb. Yeah, I got it. So most of you, I got it lah. Okay, so why I need to tell you about this one is because sometimes the host is giving. Yeah, who's that?
James there.
James. Yeah. What? Anything?
How is the private messaging? Where do I go?
Okay, when you click on the chat box, you're using computer, right?
Yep, chat.
So the chat part there, let me go to the screen. If you look at my screen here, right down here, there's a to everyone, right? So instead of to everyone, you choose who you want to specifically talk to.
Where?
Yeah. Okay, are you in the Zoom group chat there? Right, yep. At the bottom where you type your message, just above it, there is a to everyone, right?
Wait, I can't find it.
Just above it only, to everyone.
Yep, to.
To everyone right now. Yeah, instead of to everyone, you click on the everyone there, you can actually choose my name, Patrick.
I see.
And then you just send to me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, why I tell you guys this one, because there are cases where I was the host, I was the co-host, and someone actually gave me a private message to remind me something, or to tell me something and say, hey Patrick, your video is not on or something like that, and then by default I answer back the person. I said, okay, thank you, noted, But what happened was the next message that he sent to everyone, he sent it to me only. So it's important that you all realize this function to everyone and to a specific person. So that if someone send you a private message, remember to change it back to everyone. Like now, if I say, okay, everyone, if you get what I'm saying, just type, hello again, into the chat group for everyone to see. So you will like to write to everyone. But if you forgot to change the to, you will be sending to me only. Okay, yeah. If you know what I'm talking about, type got it to everyone. Yeah, just type got it. Alright, the rest, yeah. Okay, so now you see everyone's message, got it. Okay, no one is sending to me privately already, so that's very good lah. Okay, so this one is some of the things that you need to note lah. They just let you all know how is it. And you see the engagement is a little bit more fun. If I keep on asking you all to type thumbs up, clap hand, and type something like that, then it becomes a little bit more engaging lah. This is one of the tips I want to give the host. All right, good. Pastor Janice, you're always unmuted. And Eric Lee, you're still unmuted. Okay. Right. If there's any other questions, just put the raise hand lah, since you learned already. Okay. So we move on. I got just a few more here, and we'll call it a day. But you guys can continue to talk with me. Okay. Now this is a virtual background. This is a bit fun, but okay. Pastor Janice, yeah, I'm not sure how to handle this one. I really don't know what to do.
Never mind, we'll work it out.
Okay. Okay, so Peter Chan, you asked a question. He asked a question, can the host unmute a selected participant? Now, the thing is like this. When I unmute someone, right, it's actually an option for you to unmute yourself. in fact, let's look for Peter. Peter, I will do it to you. So you are now muted, right? So I unmute you. Then there should be a message that comes out and asks whether you want to unmute or how. You know. So if you press stay muted, then you'll be stay muted, lor. If you press unmute, then you'll be unmuted like that. This is just to avoid, you know, let's say I'm on the call and I mute myself. So Peter Chan, you unmute yourself, right? Yeah. So this is how it works. It's not that it's not working. It's not a forced thing. But mute is a force. Mute is something like we want the meeting to be more systematic and, you know, more pleasant for everyone. So we mute everyone. Okay. But the scary thing about mute everyone is typically the host will also mute the one sharing. Like for me now, I'm a co-host, so I believe that if the host mute everyone, my one will not be muted. But there were a few cases where the speaker is not the co-host. So when they mute everyone, right, the speaker also got muted already. So, you know, it's very disruptive lah. So we try not to mute everyone. It's better that you mute yourself. Okay, that's one of the ways. Wow, a lot of questions coming in. Very good. Yeah, let me answer another one first. Maylin asked, will you be showing us how to go into breakout rooms? Yes, actually, I intended to add that one as a very final one because breakout room, there's a danger because if you don't know how to come back, there's a possibility you will just log out altogether. So that one I'll do it right at the end. Okay, but that one also I need some help from Christine or somebody to prepare the breakout room. Let's see how we can do at the end. Okay, Ruth, you have a question? Maybe you unmute yourself.
My screen is small. I cannot see the whole thing. How to enlarge it? I can see
What you
only
mean by
four of your
small?
faces.
I see. Okay. So because you are looking at my slides, that's why they purposely shrink down the video. So if you put your mouse at the video there itself, there should be the top there should be a few buttons. One is the underline and then the square and the 2 line and the 9 lines one. Okay, the 9 lines one allow you to open the grid for more participants. You can see more participants. Yeah. Ruth, you wanna try that? You just put your mouse where my video is, the 4 people is, and you will see the 4 small buttons at the top there.
You mean the video? You mean the stop video there, is it?
The one that I'm the video that I'm sharing one, because I'm looking at my another computer and I saw 4 names, 4 pictures at the side, 4 video at the side. So you just put your mouse there at where the video is. There should be a 4 small button on top one. I should have screenshot that lah, but yeah, there's a 4 small buttons at the top. So you choose the 4th one, is a 9 grid one. So you click that one, then you can see more. You can see more, and you also can enlarge.
This video.
Yeah, the
stop
video
there, isn't it?
Not stop video, not stop video. Where my video is.
Setting.
Where my video
setting. I mean the.
No. Okay, where my picture is. You see me at the side there, right? My video. Patrick Soo's video. You can see Patrick's video, right? Yeah. You put your mouse there, you will see 4 small buttons appear right at the top.
My video. You mean this video?
I cannot see your screen, so I won't know. Yeah.
This one?
Okay, never mind. For the sake of time.
I put my mouse there. I pointed to your. Is that the right one?
My video. I cannot see. So my video. Then you just
my line is poor.
Yeah. No, it's not about your line. I cannot see your screen,
sorry,
so I won't know what you're talking about.
I can't hear very well.
I see. Okay, never mind. Maybe we cover it later. Is that okay?
This one, right?
Yeah, we cover it later. Okay, good question there. But next time I will try to do a screenshot so it's easier for you all to see what I mean. Okay. All right. I lower my hand. Maybe Christine, if you can get a screenshot of what I was saying just now about how to see more people in the video, it will be good because I can do it into my next presentation lah. Okay. Yo Shaolin from Kopong, you have a question? Yeah.
So when I click that to draw, right? How do I off?
Okay, first thing is you can erase it. There is an eraser. If you click on eraser, then you can actually erase my drawing.
Off it lah.
Hmm.
Where eraser?
Yeah, same place, the place where you annotate and you do the lines one. There is also another button for eraser. So you can choose the eraser and you start to just draw back on what you have drawn earlier. Then you can erase off. As a speaker, not cancel, is eraser.
The pencil will be still there.
Yeah, so someone will erase their own drawing already. So that's how you erase. Basically, erase. Draw is draw. Then erase is to erase back your drawing.
The eraser anywhere.
Same place. Same place as the annotate there.
No, there's no eraser sign there.
You are on computer, right? Yeah, computer. So do you know where to draw in the first place?
Click the annotate.
Okay, correct. Annotate. Then there should be one box that comes out one. I didn't put the screen okay, actually I can put on the screen. Let me do this very fast. This one I can. Right. Oops. Okay, the rest just ask for your patience for a while. So where is your
I can clear everybody's drawing.
Yeah, you can see everybody's drawing. Actually, everybody can see everybody's drawing as well.
No, I just clear everybody's drawing by clicking on the word clear all drawings.
Eric, because you are co-host, that's why I can.
Okay.
Yeah, as a participant, you can't.
Okay. I was wondering how can I can clear all. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I remember because you're co-host. All right. Yeah, Ruth, I will have to cover your site later because it's hard to discuss on that one, and I cannot. Yeah, you saw it, all right, great. Okay, so for those who are drawing and wondering where, when you got annotate, I purposely put this. Screenshot here. Let me see spotlight. Yep. Cannot. My spotlight is not working. Okay. Yep. Here. So this button you will see in the annotate, whether it's on the phone or the computer. So the eraser is this one. So you click eraser, you can go over your own drawing and you can actually erase those things that you draw earlier. Okay, I hope that covers this one. I got a few more things to share, so let me finish. I plan to finish most of the thing by 9:30. Okay, then after that you can stay back and ask me more questions. All right, let's go on. Okay, those of you who are still drawing, please erase it. Otherwise, I got a lot of things to do. Or maybe Eric Lee can help me to erase it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So virtual background. Virtual background only works in computer. I am not sure about Apple. That means if you got iMac or those things, I'm not so sure. But it should be the same. So there is this function right down at the stop video there. There's a small arrow. You click the arrow. You have a choose virtual background.
Where's
and you
the
can.
arrow? Where's
Yeah,
the arrow?
just beside this stop video here.
Stop video. Under
Yeah, only
view
for those
option,
with computer.
Is it view option?
No. Instead of stop video, you just click on this. I think is it called view option? Is it?
How you get this? Up there. Stop video.
Yeah.
Stop video. Okay, stop
video beside.
Okay. Choose virtual background. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. There's small arrow there. You click, then there's a choose virtual background, which will actually open you with this background thing. And by default, I'm not sure. When I first time log into Zoom, somehow I don't have the pre-ready Zoom pictures. Okay, Cecilia, thanks. Yeah, so apparently iPad also can have the virtual background. I'm not surprised. iPad and even Mac should have the same interface as a computer, because I went on Zoom website and I found out it's about the same by right . Okay, but phone only maybe don't have. Okay, phone maybe don't have. So for those who in computer, you can play around with this choose virtual background, and then you can choose the picture here. Either it's none or you choose a picture.
There's no picture.
Yeah, so if there's no picture, I'm also not sure why. I'm not sure how come after I use Zoom a few times, then only it appeared by itself. So the Zoom options is only a few, but if you don't choose the picture, you can actually choose your own picture. Any other picture also can. You can find in your computer just for the fun of it. You can try that. Now, a few things I want to tell you
tried
guys.
one, but it's not clear one. You cannot
I'm going
see my face.
to get to that. A few things. One thing is about the picture itself. Now, I'm going to change my picture to something else. Let me see, where is it? Because as a host, all the function go to another place already, so it's a bit tricky. Okay, just watch the background. Yep. Okay, I actually have one corporate one, which I put this one, right? So it's my own company logo. Okay. So now, if you are the first time you put your own company logo or wording at the back, right? What's going to happen is when you see your own screen, you're going to see it reverse. It's going to be terbalik one. Okay. So don't adjust it. Actually, what you put is what people see. It's just that your own screen is mirrored. Okay. So actually, in this screen here, where on my slide, mirror my video. So most of you, this is tick. Then how do I know it's tick? It's very easy. If you're looking at your own video now and you move your head to the right, if you move your head to the right, and your screen moves to the left, right, basically you are not mirrored. If you move your head to the right and the screen also moves to the right, basically it's a mirror image of you.
What's a
You get what
mirror?
I'm saying?
Mirror. What's the meaning of mirror?
Mirror means like you're looking at the mirror, lor.
Oh,
So if let's say I put a correct logo, you will see your logo reverse one. So don't adjust your logo. Your logo looks okay to the rest of us. It's just that your video setting is mirrored. So you look like you're terbalik like that. Actually, you're not. Okay. So my
other
screen.
people will see it nicely lah.
Yes, correct,
People
correct.
will see it nicely.
Yes, that's correct. So for the virtual background, you will notice that some of it is actually a video. So for the just now the Northern Lights one and all those things, it's actually a video. So it's moving one. Okay. Yeah, Maylin, yeah, it's like that lah. So you have to load your own picture lor. So basically, what picture you choose choose an appropriate one. I don't want to put my corporate one today. Logo one for Maylin to answer. Maylin asked the question, how do I put a logo? Basically, I had someone to do this my own logo onto a black color design, and then I put it like this. Okay. So I'm going to go through a few more tips about this virtual background before I answer those few people who raise your hand. So be patient. So basically, there's a few problems with this, known problems. One is, just now I noticed somebody, where is it? Yeah, for example, Ruth, your picture, right, is like, you can see through yourself. There is two reasons. One of the main reason is because your computer is an old computer. Right? If you guys can just scroll through your video and look at roof one, right? You will see it like the background picture comes, her face become transparent. Okay.
So how shall I go back to original? I want to go back to the original. I couldn't do it.
Choose virtual background as none. There's a first option is none. Choose none.
Which one? Where should I go? Which one?
Go back to the virtual background setting.
I went to the setting already.
Virtual, okay, then the first picture is
camera,
none.
My video, my meeting. Which one?
No. You go back to this one where the choose virtual background one. You click on the small arrow, choose virtual background.
Video, choose virtual background. Okay.
Yeah, correct. The first option is none, so you choose a none. Okay. Yeah, then you go back to normal.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
But what I wanted to highlight to everyone is there is a possibility if your computer or your camera is a little bit older, you cannot do virtual background. It will come out like the effect what Ruth had just now. In fact, just now I saw one guy, one brother, I don't know which one already. I think Cedric one also got a little bit problem. Yeah, so if you guys look at Cedric one, you will see that it's also transparent a little bit, but some pictures still okay lah. Jeremiah one was so okay, but there was one just now I saw very bad one where the color just the picture just come in front of you. So that one is normally because you have a bad camera, slightly older camera, maybe about 3 to 5 years and above. computer, the camera is not as good, so you won't get this kind of effect. Okay, you will come out with your face also become transparent. There's another thing that you guys need to know. Now, your background color is very important. Okay, so if your background color is same with your face color, then you will have a slight effect, something like what Cedric is facing. Okay, some part of the face actually follow the background color. Cedric, can you do me a favor? You just do choose no virtual background. You try. No, choose none. Choose none.
Okay, none. Okay, none already.
None. This is none. Okay,
none.
okay. Then I understand. So your background is very dark, is it? It's very black.
Yeah, very dark. In the room,
Okay.
dark room.
So what happened is the Zoom actually detect your background color. So your background color is black, right? So when you put a virtual background, whatever is black on your face will also follow the background,
Oh.
This is what happened. So that is why, so you see your spectacles, those few parts that is black it also become the background. So this is what happened. So if you have a white background, for example, right, your teeth also will come out the background. My one won't come out because my background is not white. My background actually is orange actually. Let me show you. Oops, sorry. Yep, this one.
Mouth go through one.
Yeah, it depends on your background. So my background, if you notice, is very orangey, yellow kind of thing. So I don't have that kind of effect where some of you have. So be careful your background. Okay, why people choose a green color background? Because most of the time our feature is not green. So that's why you get a very good effect. And another thing that will affect your background is if your background got a lot of color, like for example, Erin Ng, Eric Lee, you have a lot of color in the background, right? The virtual background don't work very well also because they cannot detect what is what. Like Michael Jaleh is trying now. So yeah, a lot of your face become your background as well, you notice? Yeah, because it's same color with your background. On my face, there is nothing yellow. That's why it's easy.
So it's better a white background. White. It's better as a wall. You're facing the wall.
No, it's better that it's some other color other than white. Otherwise, your own teeth also become the color. Especially if you have a.
What color?
No good, I think my wall is orange, so it's good lah.
Orange wall not white wall.
White wall cannot because your teeth also will become. Eric is the one I saw just now. You put the grass but it doesn't work very well because your background is a lot of colors. So the zoom cannot detect. The camera cannot detect which is which.
I think it's more than 5 years camera is old.
Yeah, correct. Maybe either it's an old camera or it's because your background is not flat lah. So the flatter the background is, the better the effect for virtual background will be. Okay, so this is just some tips for you all to know lah.
Patrick, James here. Where do we get all these picture from? The one that you have?
The one that I have. Yeah, actually you can download from internet also. Any picture will do. I downloaded this one from internet. This is not Zoom one. It's like a newsroom like that. That day someone was talking about Spider-Man, so I thought I put a Spider-Man picture like that.
Where? What are the source of this?
So far I tried to download from internet. It is not readily available lah. You just need to find a good background. You just go for Google and look for pictures.
I see. Google and look for pictures. I see.
Yeah, correct. You just download the pictures.
Thanks.
Okay. Right. So some of you all raise your hand. Pastor Chick, maybe you unmute yourself and ask the question.
I have no question. Didn't raise my hand. Thank you.
Because here is raised. Maybe I accidentally raised. Never mind. Ruth, you asked your question already, right? Okay. All right. So virtual background, all good. If you think it's fun to play this virtual background, maybe you do a clap hand, practice.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on. There's a few more. So just now, oops, somebody is still unmuted. Yeah. Okay. All right. So some of the tips, more tips are. Do you realize that when you're seeing my share screen just now, this is the share screen that I'm showing you guys just now. Let me see where's the note tip.
How to share screen?
Share screen is at the bottom. There's a button, but you guys
share video, share
screen.
Just click the share screen only.
Yeah, but you don't click because you click, then we will all switch to your screen already.
Oh, you will teach us later lah.
That one I never teach lah, but I can show you lah. Hang on let me see. All right. Okay. All right. So if you guys see this screen here is what you normally see of my sharing screen, but actually you can click on this line here. There's a small line here. You can actually pull, you can drag it, then you can come out. You can see more people on your screen. That's one of the ways to answer Ruth's question just now. If you're not on full screen, then this is what you can do. If you're on full screen, then there is another thing that you need to do lah. Okay. All right, so these are small tips only. This one later. So share screen, just now the question is here lah. There's a button down here to share screen. Once you click on share screen, you got a two choice. Either you can choose to share your whole screen, or you can choose to share a particular software only. So that's why they come out with a lot of options. You guys can press to see the options, but don't click on the option lah. Because once you click, then you will be shared. Right, but that one also is because of some settings that the host can do. We can actually make
the share screen. You disable it. The host disable the share screen.
Yeah. So that one is just to make it more effective for us to do that. What you can do is you can open your own meeting, and then just click on. I think your own meeting. You also can click on share screen actually. So what I do is normally I try on my computer and I log in through my phone in the same session so I can see what my computer is doing. Yeah, that's a tip for Cedric lah. Okay. All right, I move on. So now this is one thing I want to share also, video positioning. So video positioning is quite important, especially if you're going for a more professional kind of look. So what I'm doing now is half good. I don't like it, but I cannot move myself further. By right, I should be doing something like this. Okay, yeah, but this I'm quite far away from my table lah. So I want to touch my computer and stuff like that. Okay, so it's preferably you want to see about half of your chest there and your face. I have to apologize to Ruth because just now her angle show the top part of the head, so I thought it's a male. So I accidentally call Ruth a male. So that's the problem when your video is not in the right position. So that's why it's important to to show yourself, present yourself like that. Okay. Some of the common mistake is that this one I will undo my virtual background, then you all can see. If you can see my video, I'm going to show you some of the common mistakes that people make. Okay, so what happened is I'm trying to show so what happened is people normally use a phone like that, right? So their phone they put on their table, and the table will be lower. I'm going to purposely put down like this. The table will be lower than their face, you see. Okay, so when you do like this, what you're going to get the effect is something like this.
I see your slide only.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Let me unshare first, then easier for you to see. Let me share, stop share. Stop share. All right. So look for my video. Okay. So again, I repeat. So normally when you have a phone, your phone will be on the table and it's much lower like this. Right. So when you put like that, then it's not so good. It's better that it's eye level. Right. So because when you do a phone and you put lower, right, you look at my screen, I'm trying to duplicate the effect. This is what's going to happen. You're going to look something like this. Okay? First thing is you have double chin. So for ladies, you don't want to see that. Yeah, you don't want to have so near because you put downwards and it's looking up this way. So that is not a good video positioning. Good video position is probably something like this, eye level. So if you have to stack up books and stuff like that, yeah, stack it up. I noticed in Christine's group, majority of those people who put on the video, yeah, they are like that, they're very near because you're not used to it. You put the camera, you are putting, yeah. So Pastor Chick, you got it. So that's nice, if I'm looking at you straight like this, is nice. Like I'm pointing out names so that you can see the exact effect, like Ann Tan. Just now is nicer, now it's not so nice. Maybe you're adjusting. So Christine, so it's better if it's eye level, it's facing you straight. So that's nicer. Pastor Dennis, you got it? Yeah. Christine also trying to adjust. Yep. So these are some of the tips that you might want to do, you might want to consider. So just stack it up on your table or something like that, so that it's eye level, so you get the effect. Okay. Another thing that I want to tell, I don't think there are children here, so I just tell it very openly. So ladies especially, be very careful. Very easy to forget that you're on camera. Okay. And two things. One thing is they put their hand on the computer and they want to put down the computer like that and then reach out to something behind. So the highlight of the video is actually on your chest already. So sometimes, you do like that, you forgot. Very common. So be very careful on that. The other common thing is actually the computer is there, the phone is there, and you have a big table. So you literally stand up and reach out like that to get something behind. So that's where another exposure will happen. Very common also. Okay, I've seen quite a few times. Yeah, don't want to mention names. Just a few days ago, I caught somebody. All right, so yeah, unless she herself want to say herself. Okay, yeah. So that you're on video you're on camera. It's very easy to see, and small things that you do also is very obvious. I'm not pointing out anything, but those of you happen to be like looking elsewhere, that kind of thing. We can see one actually from my screen. I've seen a few people. So the feeling for a Bible study is for the speaker it's like I'm talking but you're doing something else. It's quite obvious. I also sometimes doing things on my phone and it's down here, so my face will be down like this. While you're talking, I'm doing like this. So if you caught me like this all the time, that's where you also feel like, Patrick also not listening like that. So it's good to some of you all actually responded with a nod of your head. I can see 25 people on my screen. I can actually see people. This Jeannie keep on nodding, that kind of thing. I can see, and it's very engaging. It's different from. I'm not trying to point people out, but for example, Cecilia, your face is just right there, and then don't know whether listening or not, but you're looking at me so still okay there are some people like I'm not teasing you guys but James Tan is obviously very engaged in something else, but it's very obvious. I can see. All right, I'm not asking this to turn to me no, I'm just saying. So when you're doing other sessions it's very important to realize this also The best is off the video That's one of the best way to do it Okay. Lighting also is very important for video. Actually today I never put lighting. I bought myself a very simple USB light, which is not good enough. I should buy a better light. So I can actually light up myself like this, and with a virtual background, it looks much better. Okay, I go back to the northern lights. Okay, yeah. So my face is much more visible right now. So if I off the light, then it'll be dark like this. So that's a big difference. But of course, this light is very glaring on my face. Okay. So some of the ways to improve actually Christine did a very good comment. She said that she looked for the bright light, is it? Warm light, right? Yeah. If you can get those kind of lighting, it's better. My one is this. It is warm light, but somehow because it's behind me, so the effect is not there. And the worst thing to do is to position yourself at the window, and your camera is facing the window. That's the worst thing to do, because the window, when it's morning, afternoon, the light is shining through and your face is completely dark. Right? That's what's happening. So yeah, try to get the light towards your face. Get the light to your face. Right? Then you'll get a good picture. Some of y'all do the lighting is very good. Terrence one, your lighting is very bad because the light is at the back. I can hardly see your face. Okay? Not to point out fingers, but basically that's the effect. Okay. Daniel one is very nice. The picture is very nice. Maylin, I think got half. The lighting is okay only. Yeah. So these are things small things, but you all can look into it. All right. Okay, next one. So this is the last one, breakout room. I don't know as a co-host. I think co-host cannot do Christine, is there a chance for you to assign them to breakout room?
Never mind, just do automatic.
Yeah, you can do. So before Christine do, so if Christine, you try and see whether you can do or not, you assign to different groups. Do you know how to do?
So I just click create rooms. I'll just
you create first. You don't assign first. You just create first. Yeah, while I talk to the rest. So breakout room is something like this. Now we are in the main room. Wait, I'm not sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay, so now we are in the main room, which is this one. Okay, and when you break out, so the host actually got the option. Unfortunately, only the host got the option to break you out into different breakout rooms. So what happened with, I believe, this AG ESCO also they did it, because my pastor shared to me lah, and they broke them into different prayer breakout rooms. So that's one of the way to do it. If I'm not wrong, there is also a setting to set how long you want them to be in the breakout room. Like you can set a limit one, like 5 minutes, then you'll come back already. Automatic also can. If I'm not wrong, you also can set no limit lah, of course. You can force them to come back. Another way is you don't force them to come back also can, right? So after this, we'll just do this breakout room. So basically, when you're in the breakout room, you won't see me there because I'm only in one place or another. Then maybe about 2-3 minutes after you say hi to each other and things like that, play around a little bit, you have to press on leave room. When you leave room, especially when you're in a seminar, be careful. Leave room, don't leave the meeting. You leave room and come back to the main room. You go back to the main session, right? Otherwise, you will be out of the meeting. Of course, if today you're out of the meeting, don't worry. Just click back on the same link and come back to the main room lah. Is that okay? If you got what I'm trying to say, then maybe thumbs up.
Action.
Yeah, hang on. Don't worry. We won't go to the breakout room first until the very last thing we'll do today.
Where did you get the breakout room feature?
Breakout room have to be done by the host. You cannot.
No, the host. I mean, if you're the host, where do you get it actually? I mean, because I've got the software, but I can't find any feature where you can actually go into breakout rooms.
Like that, okay. I'm not sure which package you got. If it's a free one, then definitely don't have. If it's a paid one, it's the about how many USD? 15 USD. Nowadays they got offer lah, so got a cheaper one, 12 USD or something like that. You need to get that package. Maybe Michael tell you just take my phone. Later I'll just put my phone in the chat group. Then you just WhatsApp me, then we'll work out the one as a host. So as a host, if I'm given a chance to do as a host, probably I will screenshot those kind of interface as well, how to do it. I'll get some friends to help me. Okay, there's a message here that comes, Maylin. You say you try to share YouTube worship video. Okay, the problem with sharing video is this: there is a lag. There is a lag in all of us. So me as a participant, when I see your video, it won't be that smooth one. It will be cut like that. Yeah, cannot avoid unless my internet is very good and your internet very good. Then only I'll get it. Okay. But there's a setting to set your own computer sound as the to be played. There's one setting to set on. The one I did before, but I never show you all today. Yeah. So does that answer your question, Maylin? All right. I hope it answers. Michael Jalil, is that the question you asked as well? You are unmuted. You are still muted.
I didn't ask any question because I mean you said that I don't know, I paid for my package, but I don't know what package.
I see. Okay, never mind. We'll work out the one as a host one later. All right. So
can I on my computer and my handphone together simultaneously?
Can I'm actually doing that. Now today I'm actually logged in via 3 different sessions. I'm logging in via Android simulator. I'm logging in via my the computer that my daughter is using.
I mean, I have to off I have to mute either one.
Correct. You have to mute one side lah. So some people, what they do is their video is working very well for the computer, but their voice is not very well, not good. So either they buy a mic or they actually grab their phone to talk. They talk through the phone, but the video is from the computer. Okay. So I forget to share to you all is for this kind of Zoom and online things, right? The best thing is to get a headset lah, to get an earphone or things like that, because it's much cleaner. If you do it on the speaker, I kena one time before is that this guy is in the meeting room and I can hear my own echo. my sound bounced off from his speaker to the wall, and the wall come back to the mic, and I hear my own self talking. So it's annoying for the one who's talking, right? There was yeah, Cedric, you raise your hand again.
Yeah, how to set up a Zoom meeting as a host? How to get the ID and the password? You have to sign up for it.
Actually, no. For myself, I also can start this meeting today. It's just that there are some limitations. So for me, if I host today's meeting, because my one I didn't pay for it, I got no reason to. So if I didn't pay for it, my timing is only limited to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I have more than 2.
You have to sign up for it.
Yes, if you want to have more than 40 minutes without interruption, then you have to sign up for it. So my company, because we only got like about 8 people only. So first of all, we don't even mute ourselves because there's only 8 and we are all quite disciplined. So we don't really talk. But the thing is, when you have too many people and there's a lot of background noise, then it becomes annoying. So you mute yourself. But the next thing is, because it's only 8 of us, then if our 40 minutes is up, we just log in back again. So if you don't really need to use it like so urgently, like today's sharing is very smooth because we are using a paid version. So, we don't have disruptions. Otherwise, every 40 minutes, I need to ask you, okay, you guys have to log out and log in again, like that. So very leceh. Okay, does that answer your question? Yeah. All right. Before we go into breakout room, because I don't want to risk everybody disappearing after the breakout room. So any more questions you need to cover?
Okay.
Yeah,
I would like to ask about the payment. The payment is for how long and
per month? Unfortunately, it's per month.
Every month.
Yes.
Every month you have to.
One good news is my friend posted a promo code, and I actually asked Christine to key in the promo code, and that promo code is only about $6 per month only. But the catch is you need to pay for 12 months. But I find it still very, very good because
cheaper.
If you use it, it's about 1/3 of the price only, So if you even use it for 3 months, you already get your return already. So I encourage her. So my pastor also going to go for that. Christine already did that. So it's a 12-month package thing. Ruth, you have a message?
Yeah, I want to ask you, I'm using my handphone, the computer just share with the handphone, hotspot, see? So I don't have your Slimax or Unify. What is your advice? Should I fix the Unify or Slimax for my place here?
Okay, I can hardly hear you, but you're saying your line is not good, that means?
Yeah, my line is not strong. That's why I need to fix. Should I fix the Unify or Slimax? Which one is stronger?
Slimax is definitely not strong. Unify is from TM also. Unify is definitely stronger for the TM.
What about Samsung? This what Samsung? This one what? Maxis fiber.
Okay,
fiber broadband.
This is my own personal opinion. For me, Maxis, I haven't gone on to Maxis broadband yet. The reason is because what I heard from somebody is Maxis is actually sitting on top of TM's structure. So TM has the line, everything all in place, and Maxis actually piggyback on top of TM. So basically, if TM is down, Maxis is also down in the same place, something like that.
Maxis is very, very bad. I'm using Maxis. It's very bad.
It depends. To me, it depends on the area. So some area where mostly you will hear Maxis very bad, but sometimes you will hear Maxis is good. I suspect it's because maybe the area not many people using Unify in the first place. So they all go for Maxis. Then it seems like Maxis is better in that sense. This is my suspicion.
I use WhatsApp talk. For almost every day, the line cut off.
It's common. Yeah.
It's to do with the Maxis line or to do with the.
It's got to do with your internet line. But just now you are telling me whether Unify or Maxis. To me, it's about the same. But the chances of Maxis becoming worse than TM, which is Unify, is higher because they're piggybacking on TM. So TM down, then like Cecilia messaged me privately. She's saying that Bandar Utama Maxis is good. So it really depends on the area. So if you think that Unify don't have the same package as Maxis, you're wrong also. When Maxis came out, the package for cheap broadband, TM also came out the same thing. So actually, you can go for both.
What do you suggest for us to use, like we use so often with the computer, Zoom and all this? So what is the best data to use, higher or 100 or?
Personally, to me, I think if you get even the 30 megabyte Mbps one, I think it's already sufficient. To me personally.
But so many, if let's say family, many people, like four people, 5 people sharing Wi-Fi.
Okay, so this is a discussion between which platform is good also. I found out that my personal opinion is that when we did line without video, right? We do line, and the person who have an internet problem still having the same problem. They're still having the same problem. So basically, I think Zoom did it in such a way it's so good that no matter how many video is on, the speed is about the same. The effect is the same. So that's what I noticed the few times that we did our prayer meeting. So regardless
so we
of what,
to upgrade we no need to upgrade so much that
yeah, but nowadays it's quite cheap like even Unify for the 50 meg one is very good already. 50 meg is very good. 30 meg is borderline, but nowadays things are getting better. Yeah, I cannot say for sure actually. I cannot say for sure because I happen to have quite a high end one. So somebody's asking for my number. You can just I will just put my number here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Can I ask something, Patrick? Does the
yeah.
host need a very high end to host a meeting? Or
If you say 100 people, I have not tried on my side I have not hosted 100 people, so I dare not say I will believe so. I think you need slightly better, but I don't think we are all running on Christine's line. Christine can be also unstable.
Mine is the highest in Unify. I bought the
Okay.
highest.
Okay,
I have to
okay.
come to work, so that I must to make sure that I can cater for 50, 60 people. So I came back to the workplace,
I see. Okay, but I doubt it's a problem if you ask me. I doubt. You don't have to get the maximum one. I don't think so. You can try I mean, one of these days, when Christine is free, just try to host 50 people and see for fun whether it works at home or not. But of course, if the lower it is, of course, you expect a slightly more problem now. Yeah, that is expected
When the other question is when it is unstable, means what does it mean? When the
So
line.
there's potentially two problems, but most of the time it's your side problem That means somehow you're not getting our videos and our talking smoothly. So he just gives you a message and say that your line is unstable. But every now and then, I also get it from the other side, especially if it's two person. The other person is having a bad internet. The message also come out to me because it's two person. I somehow get less message from him, then I get the message as well. Yeah, it can be both side problem. But in a group like this, normally, if you see other people head still moving, still nodding their head, that means you know that your line is good. Other people's line is bad.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
other one, sorry, last question. We were trying to do registration. It's all English, I guess US, but we needed a BM template to do registration.
Yeah, that one I cannot help at this moment because I haven't tried before.
Okay.
Probably Zoom 102 will be interesting. If you got the time to do that one, then I'll try to come out that kind of information for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the promo code, very frankly speaking, I sort of forgot already unless Christine can.
I'll put it onto the, I think Christine got it.
Yeah,
You
she should
put it
have
on
because I asked her to try.
the Zoom 101. But what you do is, I also went into it.
Right, thanks,
You got
Cecilia.
both payment, then you put in the code, then only it will change.
Yeah.
There, Christine
Okay,
put it up
so
already.
just let you guys know it's quite late. Those of you who don't want to try the breakout room, then you feel free to make a move. Thanks very much for letting me to have this honor to share to you guys. It's just from my experience, but I hope I can help most of you guys. Yes, I told Christine that if other churches want me to repeat this kind of sharing, I don't mind. I can go, do again lah. Just let me know and catch me a time that I'm free. I'm okay to do it. And also, if those want to ask more questions as a host, what can you do? What